kind of one of those things. But I did enjoy the course. There was some information in there, like the specifics of the POA system that I wasn't really familiar with was pretty good. And the number of systems that were involved in being able to help a restaurant operate was pretty good as too. I didn't actually know there were so many options. I figured that there were probably a couple top ones and not other competitors, so to speak, for trying to be assisting restaurants in that way.
What's his name? Irvine? He was on TV yesterday for about a half an hour explaining about the restaurant business coming back from this virus and how it's going to make people don't understand the realization of the outcome of what the cost factor is going to do to cost them. So what he said was that the people are going to have to lower the prices for people to come back into the restaurants to make it work. And he had a really great half an hour that I really enjoyed to understand that the ups and the downs of coming back after being shut down for a month. Because they said the money wasn't the issue, is to motivate the clients and the people to come back into the restaurant was the issue, not the restaurant making it. The restaurant could make it if people used them.
Yeah, that really is the thing, especially after a situation like this where everybody has been kept inside so long. The biggest concern is people not being concerned about going back into restaurants and getting back into the normalcy of going out, doing things.
Comfort level of coming in to eat.
They have to be comfortable. And that's really something that's hard to build back into after something like, okay, everybody stay away from each other. Don't touch anything. Don't even look at someone funny or you're going to die. Like, it's just a huge issue. And to try to bring that back into a quick normalcy, which is what a restaurant would need given the volume of food that it needs to put out, the way that it needs to make its money on a daily basis, would be difficult because nobody wants to go in there and do things.
Correct. So, and not stand behind don't stand behind the red line to see who's getting waited on.
Right, yeah. It's just going to it's going to be a huge big thing. I'm honestly a little concerned about being able to find work right away after all this, even as, back to normal.
You won't have a problem, I promise. Where do you want to work? Do you have a dream?
I still want to work for Fairmont Hotel. That's where I got my first job coming into the city.
Correct.
And it's a really great experience over there. Those guys have it on lockdown. It's a really nice system. And I love everything they're doing, and I hope to stay there.
Did you see what I've got here?
That is a circle.
They got a system. That means everybody knows what they're doing. They have people in place to understand the system of what a successful part is. And so once you get that, you can conquer anything. But until you understand that and make it high esteem, then anything is possible.
Yeah, that seems about right.
And that's why people like you want to go back, because you saw how it was run correctly.
Yes. And Fairmont has a really good employee retention system. Like, it's incredible what they do over there for them.
Well, good. Yep. Well, a lot of country clubs and hotels have a system. They have to now. When I worked for them, they didn't have anything. They didn't have 401k. They didn't have a retirement for us. They didn't have anything. And, that was 40 years ago, 50 years ago, and especially being a woman, goodness, you didn't get nothing. You know what I mean?
That might have been rough.
It was rough, but we had to prove to these men, these chefs, that we could do it, and so, don't underestimate me, because I made sure they knew I knew it.
No, I'm sure you can ruffle some feathers up there. I don't doubt you.
No, all they had to do was look at me and they knew. Isn't that right, Cliff, Chef Cliff?
Yes, that is right.
All you have to do is look at me and you know where I stand.
Good.
That's what everybody says. Chef Pablo, don't look at me, because I know exactly what you're feeling.
Yeah.
I kind of get that too.
Yeah. You do?
A bit. Especially when it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't see it because obviously it's my face. People tell me that I'm very transparent.
How are you today, Chef Cliff? Good?
I'm doing great.
Good.
Are we, what do you think? What time? What time is it?
6:08. We should start. Good
Let's
morning,
do
James.
it.
Good morning.
Okay, day 5. Remember, you've already heard me talk Kevin, are you on board? Amarillo, right? See, when I see you, then I have a word of association. So, who else is there? Mia. Good morning.
Good morning.
Randall? I'd love to see your faces, guys. Thank you. Good morning.
Can y'all hear me?
Awake?
Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Because yesterday my mic wasn't working.
Oh, it wasn't?
No, I
That's
don't know.
why-
Why.
No, but it's working now.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Okay. Kendrick? Good morning.
Morning, Chef.
Are you awake?
Of course.
How's your puppy?
He's good for now. He getting on my nerves.
You know what? He was getting on your nerves yesterday. How can he be on your nerves 2 days in a row?
Biting too much.
Oh, okay. All right. Rena? Raina.
It's
That's it.
raining.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Very quiet today.
Yeah,
Feeling good, or have you been too tired?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, I'm glad. You glad you're
Thanks.
here?
You said it again?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's start. Day 5. Deciding who to hire.
All right.
You're
let's-
gonna get him on, honey?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
It's okay. Anybody remember? Anybody have questions? Anybody have questions? Then please raise your hand and we would answer anything. Chef Cliff is right there. And
Hey, and I can't, with me sharing, I can't see anybody. So
okay,
I will
No, I
try my
understand.
best.
I understand. So anybody have any questions at all, please put your hand up and let us know, because right now we have 19. We need to be going up the ladder. So a lot of people, I don't want you losing on Friday, because a lot of people take Fridays off. And sometimes, you know, the way I feel is when we go through this process on Friday is a big day, because you're going to have to be doing some homework for Monday. And I don't want to hear on Monday that you didn't know it, because Chef Cliff is recording everything. Remember, we're a team, so he's recording everything for you all to see. And I don't want you coming in on Monday not knowing your stuff. Got it? So please, if you're not here on Friday, which I want you to be, because I need to see your face on the TV or on the monitor, then I need you to understand that. Because you're here to learn, right? That's the object of everything. Thank you. So job responsibilities in different parts of food service business. Explain the different levels of supervision and the responsibility involved with each other. You know, that's what I said. Remember, the word is not I. The word is we. And if you're going to have a team, the word we needs to be coming up all the time. You can go up, Chef. You can keep rolling, Pumpkin, right there. What was the decision-making process that led to hiring a cat in the position? Remember, so there's different things that we want to know. You know, you don't understand why the executive chef hired the person to do the job. You'll say, my God, the guy doesn't know anything. There's a reason for everything that an executive chef does to enable the group to make it work. As manager, you decide who to hire. So get the word out there. Hiring from within can be, many cases, the best place to look. That allows workers to move up the ladder and gain more experience and knowledge. People within your organization already know your philosophy. So sometimes I agree with it, but other times I think we need, sometimes we need fresh air. Because if you become sloppy in your business and don't pay attention to detail, you're going to bring somebody up that has the same thing that's going on. Sometimes when you bring in somebody else who has the stamina to make that restaurant better, do you get what I'm saying, guys? Then you understand why new blood sometimes is a great addition. Something new to be bringing in. So if you choose to hire from outside the company, job boards, help want ad signs. Sometimes it's not a good decision to hire from outside, but if you have somebody that really you think can really offer the group motivation, something, it's a much better deal. So when you're looking for help, word of mouth, recruiting agencies, but if you use a recruiting agency, sometimes it costs money. So it depends on what position that you're hiring for to fill. If it's an executive chef, you better find a recruiting manager or a recruiting company to make it work. Sometimes chefs, they know each other, word of mouth. Word of mouth. And what you do in a restaurant, remember what I said to you before, makes a big difference when somebody calls you back to replace somebody else. Do you all understand what I'm saying? So it's really important for you to do your job, for them not to forget your name. Very important on what you do. Writing job descriptions, title, short, clear, accurate. Remember, job summaries, 2 or 3 sentences about the position. Task, responsibilities, qualification, what kind of education you've got, licenses and certification. Do you know, I might have to disagree with you sometimes on that education part. You know, just because you have a degree, I'm not saying not to get a degree, don't misunderstand me now, doesn't mean you need to get that position. There's other people that have really worked hard to get up the ladder and can do a better job and understand the job better than you having, if you're cooking on the line, having an accounting degree. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Anybody have any questions on that or an answer? Do you agree with me? So sometimes with an accounting degree, you cooking that steak on the front line is not going to make a difference. Or maybe going through college and making sure that when you go to college, you are more apt to be, how can I say this? Attentive to going to school and making sure you get your degree. So there's so many different ways of the qualification part for me. Supervision, who do you report to? Working conditions, any physical requirements. Remember yesterday, Chef Cliff was talking about if you have to carry heavy stuff or can you walk a lot? You know, you don't want a job that can't do that specific job. There's things just like that. If you, a lot of people that work on the front line can't work with seizures because they have flame in front of them. They have different things. There's a lot of obstacles that you have to really think about to make it work. Salary and benefits, not necessary. How about a regular hourly rate or a salary rate? Exempt, full-time or part-time. Remember what I said, 30 hours is required for you to get the benefits of the restaurant. Some benefit people don't do that. It's not fair, but that's how it works. Also keep in mind, picture the person who would be good for anything the job requires. How many times have you, maybe you haven't got in that position yet, but how many times you meet somebody and you see how they work, even at school, and you'll say, you know what, I've got the perfect job that I think that you would love. I come across that all the time when I meet a person personality-wise or doing it. And I will say, you know, I'm looking for a job. Well, oh my gosh, perfect. I know exactly where you need to be. That's the kind of thing that you want somebody to remember you for also. So those are the things. Break it down, list the individual and the responsibilities of of what you want. Think about the personal qualities. What kind of person would be good for this position? And will they fit in the team? Remember what I said, surround yourself to work with people that you like. No judgmental. Nope. You got to make sure that we all work as a team. That's what we are hired for, to make sure we work as a team. Qualifications versus potential. You must know if the applicant has a capacity to do the job. More immediately though, when you do feel that potential, can you learn and develop the skill? Do you think they can do? Then do not hire them. A lot of times when I meet somebody, and I think Chef Cliff feels the same way, if you hire somebody, you know if they can do the job or not. That feeling. I know I can talk to you for 2 minutes and I can tell you, I know, but then again, I'm very straightforward and I'm very blunt. And sometimes that doesn't work nice and it comes across nice. But if I'm assigned to do a job, I want that job done well. And that's the key word, done well and work together. I don't want drama. I don't want you like me, he likes you, or whatever. I'm here to do a job. To make that kitchen run. So important. It's not because I like you better, or if I pull your name up a couple of times doesn't mean I like you. Some of you, I don't even know what you look like still, because you're still in that box. That's why I want you all to put pictures up so I know who you are. Word association. Mercedes, you can stop smiling. You smile all the time. I love it. Do you hear me?
Yes, chef.
Do I make you think? A little bit?
You do make me think, but I think I enjoy your bluntness. I am very blunt as well. So I enjoy that quality about you.
That's what a lot of people say about me. You know, don't look at me, Chef Pablo, because I know exactly what you're feeling, and I don't want to feel that way because I know what I'm doing is wrong. They know, but I bring it out to them. So I know I took a survey yesterday, how bitchy am I? And I was at 99%. Lord Almighty. That means I was very blunt. But I didn't realize I was that high. But that's okay. Avoid the risks ahead. So avoid the 4 fallacies when hiring: halo effect, cloning effect, top of mind effect, your personal opinion. True. Personal opinion sometimes does. You have to really balance it out when you hire somebody. Because sometimes, guys, you can hire somebody and you know if they've got the motivation that you can change and be a mentor and make their life a lot better place. Do you get what I'm saying? You know that they have the ability, but you might have to train that ability to get to where you are. That's what the dream is of a teacher, or a dream is of an executive chef, is to train somebody to make them be more productive for themselves first. Because if they're proud of what they do, then they can conquer anything. And that's the key word. So our job is to motivate people, make them learn, and have the outcome make them feel proud, especially in the kitchen. So only one exemption, or all the floors. Must be well-rounded, but can also gravitate and learn something. Cloning effect. When somebody is very similar to you, remember the difference from you might be they better be suited for the job for a certain position. sometimes it's not good to have people like you around you. You might have some traits that you want, but then you do want some other traits of another imagination or another input. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you might have a kitchen with 5 different directions of where you want to go. They make you think when you go home of what you can do to make it grow. I love it. I love feedback. I love people innovating with me. I love it because I might be wrong in some aspects and I totally agree with you. But that's where you have to be open to grow. You can't say it's my way or the highway. How many times have you heard that phrase? My way or the highway? A balancing act when you run a kitchen or when you work in a kitchen. Yes, chef, no chef. If you like it or not, get off the pot. Yes, chef, no chef. To make it work. Top of the mind effect. Look at all the candidates again. Review the resumes. Remember, 1 page describes what you do. 1 page. Doesn't have time to look through 20 pages. Any questions?
I have one. Will we be getting our will he be reviewing our resumes and letting us know, giving us feedback?
Yeah, Chef Cliff's got him, right?
Yes, I will. We have 29 people and I'm trying to knock them all out and send them back to y'all. So just give me until this weekend and I'll have a little bit more time trying to get through them all.
Okay.
Now, who was that? Who said that?
It's Roro.
Oh, Roro.
Good morning.
How can I forget that one? Good morning, Roro.
Good morning.
How are you? Do I not get that picture of you today? Again? There you are.
There she is.
There you are. Good morning. I like that smile.
How you doing?
I'm always good.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
know, I don't.
I'm still waking up a little bit, but I'm here.
It's all right. But you know what? You're here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Does that make a difference?
Yes, always. I just have to get my mind mentally ready, but I'm here. I'm listening.
You're the one that works at Amazon, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yesterday, it was a good day. It cooled off, but it was hot still, but it cooled off after the rain.
Did it?
Rains me.
I went to HEB and the toilet paper aisle was packed with toilet paper.
Yes.
I could not, I mean, I don't need it, but the whole store was packed with anything you wanted, like a regular time to go to HEB. I couldn't get over it because I hadn't been to the store in about 5 days, you know?
Yes.
So it was a big difference from 5 days ago. Anybody been to the store? Mercedes, have you been to the store?
I have, and none of the grocery stores in my area, unfortunately, has toilet paper, which is a problem.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
People hoarding. It's not good.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say I would have a line for that one, but I'm not going to say it because I don't think you need to know that. But personal opinions. Anybody else have anything to say? Come on board, guys. I need to see your pictures. Wake up. Personal opinion, hire the person who is best suited to fill the position. It's kind of an important factor. Remember, if you're hiring a chef, consider the qualifications, the skill, the speed, consistency. They also must have a leadership skills that might match your philosophy. Whoa. Pretty good, huh? They should be able to balance the budget and optimize the food cost. How important is that food cost? Pretty important.
It's a
If he
major.
doesn't believe the same thing that you do, then that's a problem, chef. Did you want to say something? Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I was shaking my head. I can't see you, but I'm good.
Roro, did you want to say something?
Oh, no, ma'am. I was just saying that's really important.
Okay. All right. Anybody else? Did I miss anybody this morning? I see blank spaces. You better be coming up. I need to see your faces so we can have attendance. Isn't that right, James?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Checklist for things to look for when you're hiring. Would the individual fit with the colleagues in the department that you've already picked once? Or acquired if you came into a new position? Does the finalist have an appealing personality? It's okay to be quiet and not voice your opinion so much. I never think that that's a problem. I'll make them talk. That's the way I am, right? Does the candidate possess the skill, the necessary skill to excel in the job? Important. But then again, you could remember what I said. You could hire people that you could motivate them to learn something your way. Why do you think people go from one job to another? Because their dream is to go to a place where you worked and you think that shop, that chef rocks. You want to learn the way that chef works. He's your mentor, right? You want to see how he runs a kitchen, how he interprets the recipe that you want to do. Like Marcus said up there, I want to go back to Fremont, right? The hotel. He wants to go because Fairmont, right, sorry. I wrote free, but that's okay. Fairmont. You want to go back because you like the way the system works, correct? And how they cook and how they treat you individually. You got to find your happy place, guys. And you got to work. You can't stay home. We can't stay home now. We're going to have to get up and step it up and work out to understand. Does the individual have appropriate depth with the type of prior experience? Okay. Does the candidate have technical proficiency to get the job done? Does the applicant possess the license and certifications required for the job? SafeServe or SafeServe or ServSafe. I get those two things mixed up all the time. Does the individual, that's what you're going to school for, to be in culinary. Now, I don't think any of them are pastry, are they, Chef? Chef Cliff?
I don't know.
I think they mixed and matched them this time because of what they had to do. But I think they're all culinary, right?
More or less.
Culinary?
I'm in culinary, but I certainly love baking.
Yeah. That's taken this course, I mean. Does the individual have a knowledge, expertise, and the information base to carry the job efficiently? Kind of important. Checklist of things to look for when you're hiring. Does the finalist require an academic background? Does the candidate have a positive attitude? For me, I can handle anything, but not a positive attitude. Remember, respectability. Does the candidate have a position, can-do attitude? Does the applicant have a strong work ethic? Remember, if you call in sick, Mercedes, you're smiling again. When you call in sick, who has to step it up?
Excuse me, Chef.
Good morning.
Good morning. Did you mean to say not a positive attitude?
Yeah, did I say positive attitude?
You said
Can-do
not.
attitude. I want a positive attitude.
Okay, I thought you meant not a
Oh,
positive.
no. You gotta have a positive attitude. Thank you, Loretta.
You're
Good
welcome.
morning.
Good morning.
You're doing okay?
I'm great.
Okay. Matthew, it's good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you just waking up?
Lord, no.
Okay.
I'm an early bird.
Are you a what?
I'm an early bird.
You an
I like
early
waking up
bird?
early. Yeah, I like waking up
Oh, I
early.
do too. I do too. I'm a morning person.
That's why I picked a 6 a.m. class.
Oh, well, good. And you're from out of town, and don't tell me where you're from if I remember correctly. Mississippi?
No, east.
South Carolina.
North Carolina, excuse me, North Carolina. Okay. Yeah, you got to have a positive attitude because you can make anything happen when you have a positive attitude. Do you know? Because you can change people's lives. If you put a smile on somebody's face when you're handing them something, guys, and they're pissed off because they got their meal 5 minutes late, anything can happen. Do you all get what I'm saying? So anything can happen if you are positive to make it work. The finalists communicate clearly and effectively. Clearly and effectively. Can a candidate long-term prospect fill the higher level position? Remember, if you're in a restaurant, sometimes there's a higher turnover. Have you noticed that? If you work in a hotel, the system goes up and people are there for years. If you're in a restaurant, the turnover of an executive chef is very often. Chef Cliff, do you understand? Do you know that? So if you're in a regular restaurant,
Yes, for sure.
It turnover is high. But in hotels, country clubs, catering companies, when they get their feet stuck in, it's a lot better. Marcel, are you there? Morning. Nope. Can't hear you. Nigel, you there? Okay. Thank you. Where's your face? Can you come on? Trent, I see you. Why can't I see you? All right.
It's dark in here, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Well, put the light on.
I reckon so.
Okay, follow up. Okay, well, checklist to look for when you're hiring. Individual fit the corporate structure. Some people don't even like to work for a corporate company. Really?
You know,
Go ahead.
for me, for a corporate, I like working in corporate because of all the benefits. There's a lot more benefits than just a small mom and pop organization, you know.
Yeah. Can the candidate cope with the pressures and the stress of the job? Wow. When you have 50 tickets on you on the front, can you handle that without snapping? Can a candidate cope with pressures and stress of the job? How enthusiastic is the applicant for the job? Can the finalist innovate, think outside the box? Things that come up really fast. Is the individual aware of his weakness? We all have weaknesses, guys. We're all not perfect. We're just like anybody else trying to do something that makes it work. Not every day is going to be the same. And individual aware of their weakness, comfortable with criticism. Can you hire somebody that if you talk to them and they start crying, Lord, do I know that one? Pretty hard. The chef is not telling you that for personal. He's just talking to you to make you wake up to change a little bit. Sometimes chefs are nasty. I know. I worked around European chefs nearly all my life. High maintenance. Yes, chef, no, chef. That's how you learn and get around them to soften up a little bit, to make it work. They're nasty. They sometimes say things that you can go home and crawl into bed. And it takes you a couple of days to get over it. But don't give them the pleasure of crying in front of them, because they'll eat it up. And then judge you. And that's the wrong thing to do.
That is too true.
Is that true?
That's so true.
Mercedes, is that good breakfast? Follow up an interview. It's always a good idea to have a follow-up interview. It might hear or see something you missed the first one. Sometimes, majority of the times, guys, in hotels, if you're in the higher end, meaning executive sous chef, pastry chef, 3 interviews. One, the initial with the human resources, the second one with the executive chef, and the third one will have the executive chef, the front of the house, to see if we're all together. Sometimes you make through the first 2. You don't get to the third. So we've got to remember, always have a good idea for a follow-up interview. Make sure you hear something that you missed in the first one. Side note, if you are one being interviewed, always send a thank you note. Remember what I said, the 3 things on resume: cover letter, resume, thank you note.
Guys, I keep thank you notes in my car. They're already got a stamp on it. All I do is when I get done with interviewing or something like that, I go write a thank you note immediately, and it's already stamped. And on my way home, I stop off, drop it off at the mailbox, and send it because they'll remember you a few days later when they get that. So it brings your name and you back into their mind, because they've probably looked at 5 or 10 or 15 different resumes. This kind of puts you a leg ahead because they remember your name. They've heard it a couple more times or whatever else. So I think thank you notes are important.
Yeah, and also remember, sometimes when you write that thank you note, it does bring into a phase. But if you still haven't heard from them in a couple of days, why don't you call them? Call back the restaurant and say, I don't want you to say, well, my name is Pavel Van Bibber and I applied for the job. What's the status? I don't want that attitude. You could call them up and say, I'm calling back. I'm just touching base. The word is touching base. If you say that, it doesn't feel like you're a dictator. Do you understand what I'm saying? You saying, I'm touching base on my interview the other day. And to understand that they know you're still interested in the job. That's the key word to make sure to get it right. Touching base. Keywords to call back. And if they know you've taken the time to call them back, You might want that job. And you're interested in that job. Each kitchen has a station, has a different job responsibility. We kind of know that already because we worked in a kitchen and we worked in a restaurant. I hope all of you, some of you have. Can't get in this field without having it, feeling it, touching it, smelling it. Kind of different. Because that's what you're here for, is to love it. And that's what I hope. So the grill might pay more attention than the pantry because the high dollar product has been cooked and prepared, plus the knowledge and the skill set needed to run that station. How many know that? An executive chef is going to put up as a person in charge of that grill if they know that he can do it, right? I want to see those thumbs up. Engaging. Dahlia. Hunter. Thumb up. I see your ceiling. Let's go.
Hello?
Yeah. Thumbs up. You listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I don't want you sleeping.
I'm not.
You can do that after 9 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As long as I know you're listening.
Always.
Okay. Okay. So you understand the priority of each position that you do. However, in kitchens, every cook needs to be trained and rotated. Why is it rotated? Somebody tell me. Somebody log in. Tell me why.
For cross-training purposes, so if you're a man down, then someone can rotate in and assist.
Cross training to make sure everybody knows what to do. So when that person calls out sick, somebody can take over. And you're not doing the executive chef job and running the line. Hard job. It's not an easy job. So everybody, from what I understand, does everybody love to do one certain position? Anything in particular, or do you all like to be at that meat counter? How many like the meat counter or cooking the meat?
I think
Big
that part's
responsibility. Who's saying something?
Marcus.
Marcus, what?
What, buyers?
What do you like?
I've worked all of them, but I think pizza is my favorite, I guess, in
Pizza?
that way. Just because there's a lot of control you have over the station in the sense of how you dress it, stretching the dough. Like the pizza station that I worked at, you made the dough, you actually stretched it at the station, and it was wood fired. So you stretch it, make the pizza, and then fire it that way. That station was a lot of fun.
Did they have those big brick oven?
We actually had a brick oven. Yeah, it was the gas lit in the back, but we would use that to basically retain the heat, and we would feed it the logs. We would use I forget what kind of wood we would use. I think it was pine, and we would take the pine, we'd put it in there, and it would feed it throughout the day. Our grill was also wood fire grill, so as you are the grill guy, you have to feed the fire, make sure the coals are done properly, and make sure they're evenly spread while you're doing the orders also. So there was a lot going on back there.
Wow, that's great. I'm so glad you found what you like to do.
It was a cool place to work, getting my hands on everything like that.
You learned something, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I learned a ton. I learned a ton of stuff working at that place.
Well, that's what we want to do when we go for a job, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to go in there, clock in and clock out and be brain dead all day. You take a job to learn something. You know, that's what we're here for you to learn something and make something of it. Foundation of running a restaurant, foundation of a lot of different things. Each station is responsible for prep, just like Marcus just now said. He had to load the wood, make sure everything was ready. Organization, cleanliness, clean as you go. That's the mean boss that you've got to learn when you work. Remember when the chefs have come around and said, make sure you clean? How many times have you on the station been dirty all over? Place is a mess. Does it work? Nope. You can't be organized if you're not clean. Yet at the end of the day, it's one family and 4 walls of the kitchen in their home. Remember? Oh. So if you clean as you go, it's a lot better. Meaning that they shouldn't be in any division of a line cook. Sous chefs and other kitchen staffs, once a team member falls behind, becomes, because of laziness, coming in late. Remember, punctuality, really important. That's why I want you all here, so I can see your faces and know that you're here. At 6 a.m. Not fully set up, and how the menus might have been laid out or pending on the customer to select the items. It is expected that all the other kitchen staff to jump and assist to get their team mates out of the weeds. Got to be ready. Got to know a plan for the day. What things are going to be on the menu? What are they taking out? I went to McDonald's yesterday, guys, as a drive up after I'd been to HEB. And I always buy their ice cream cones. And so when I got mine, I didn't have the cone in it because I have it in the cup, turn it over in the cup. And I said to the lady, I just didn't want the ice cream. I wanted the cone inside the cup. And she says, we're out of cones. But they didn't tell me that when I was checking, when I ordered it. So McDonald's is got a restricted menu now, but I only go for ice cream because I don't go for too many other things. For my grandkids. So again, things change. Got to realize what's on and what's off. Decisions or definitions of 5 types of supervision. What do you think Chef Cliff and I are on? What kind? Close supervision, supervision, or general supervision. The close supervision indicates the incumbent assigned duties according to specific procedures. Work is checked frequently, and in addition, there may be formal training.
That's pretty much the one I use. I mean, especially in a lab setting, you know, I'm walking the room all the time, you know, making sure, checking and making sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I think that's a great supervision for, I think for instructing, for sure. Being an instructor, close supervision is way that you need to be.
Supervision indicates the incumbent performs a variety of routine duties within the established policies and procedures by referral that the supervisor's guideline. General supervision indicates the incumbent development procedure for performance of a variety of duties or perform a complex duty within the establishment policy guidelines. The next one is, so close supervision, let me see where I am. Direction indicates the incumbent establishment procedures for attending specific goals and objective. Only the final results of work done is typically reviewed. Establishment policy guidelines. Some just care about that and not making specifically learning how the restaurant is done. General direction indicates the incumbent receives guidelines in terms of broad goals and overall objectives, and is responsible for establishing the method to obtain them. Generally, the incumbent is in a charge of an area of work, typically formats, policies. For this area does not necessarily have the final authority for approving policies. What about personality types? Ooh, that's a good one, don't you think? Kind of tells you a lot. Who is best suited for each position based on their personality? Wow. How many people have worked in certain places, or anything that you've done in your life, and you say, my God, how did that guy get there? Or the girl? Lord Almighty. Probably you have more sense than they do. But you know what? He was probably at the right place at the right time. Got it? Because there's nobody else coming in for that job. So what happens? And then you try to make it work. So, understanding the 4 personality types. Wow. Each person is unique. I said the word unique. We all have something that we don't do right. Every one of us. Each person is a unique combination of 4 personalities. We tend to draw most to one type in varying degrees. The X personality. If a person is complex, mix of 2 personality types, the types that are equal in strength, such as A and B. If they are equal, the person will be AX and BX. If the person considers is in very rare category and all 4 types are equal, then they're referred to an X personality. So they've got to have a little bit of all of it to be an X personality. You get it? So X indicates a cross or into the intersection of 2 or more types. Where do you feel, or where do you think you are?
I know I'm personality type C.
Pardon?
I am personality type C.
Oh, are you? No, who said that?
Randy or Randall.
Randall? Okay. Good to see you, Randall. Where are you? I don't see you.
Right here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, you know, all these names are this small. And I have to kind of zoom in on what it is, because my monitor is that big and your square is this small. You know what I mean? So yeah. I wear glasses and should be bifocals really at this point, but that's okay. So for the people who are AX and BX, they may have a tendency to look one type in one situation and the other type in another situation. That's correct. Hopefully we don't become judgmental. Hopefully. But you don't know what the executive chef at that time or what he's gone through the day already before you even got there. The owners could have come in and sat him down and talked to him and he's already pissed off. Get it? So even when all the 4 types are very close in strengths, the applicant may seem to have, how do you say that word? Chimeron of personalities.
Chameleon?
Thank you.
Chameleon.
Chameleon. Thank you. In many instances, they may be beneficial to many jobs, especially when it's important that we are able to get along with almost anybody. An X type tends to change personalities, colors, as needed basis as they may be with although somewhat unpredictable times. Remember what I just said, unpredictable time of the day or whatever. A rare combination could be an important asset and utilized fully. So let's look at type A personality. I know you all read this yesterday, right? Hiring, were your homework? How many of you did it? I don't care if you just put your hand up if you read it. If you didn't read it, I understand. Some of you got to go to work. I understand. But it's really important.
Okay, but this wasn't in the reading, Chef,
This
as far
wasn't-
as hiring.
Oh, I know
It's-
what. I know why. Because the other one was on the portal. Right?
But I
Your
did-
person, I'm sorry, I didn't hear that.
I said the hiring was on the portal.
Yes, and
Yeah.
this is the PowerPoint, so the personality types was not on the reading.
So at the end of all of this, I want to know what your personality is.
But I
I
did.
can tell you that right now.
I
Yeah.
did post all of the PowerPoints so
Yeah.
far on the portal.
Yeah, she did. Mercedes said that. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So let's at the end of all of this find out the personalities we have. Doesn't mean I'm judging you guys. Where do you fit? It's good to be relaxed if you can. I wish I could be. I'm powered up and ready to go. Even 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm ready to go. But each person has an important factor because there might be somebody that's powered to go at 8 o'clock at night. You get what I'm saying? When I don't want to be there at 8 o'clock at night. We all have different streams and different things that we are best at. Night people, morning person, afternoon. You're going to be working in a place where you like the food, not ad lib. Surround yourself with some place where you want to be and what you like. And you can go home to your partner and say, my God, the best meal I made yet. So good. So inviting. Remember, feeling, touching, smelling. Type A personality likes to be in charge of and control of their environment and their lives. They are normally not very detail oriented. Surprised at that. Choosing to delegate details to others. They are usually very goal oriented and practical in their solutions. However, arriving with their situation and goals will entail a no-nonsense bottom line approach. A personalities don't like a lot of restraints or restrictions placed on them, preferring instead to work independently and set their own goals, since they are often tend to be workaholics. It is not unusual to see them put in whenever time and effort takes to accomplish their goals. They may seem important, impatient at times, especially when they believe someone is spending too much time going over details with them or impending their successful completion of whatever goals or project they are focusing on at the moment. Impatient, workaholic. So I'm not going to say individually right now. So after we read through all of these, then we're going to find out where we are. Don't be surprised to see this personality type in a supervisory position or in management. Having an entrepreneurship stake, they may be a business owner or strive to own their own business someday. An A personality is not easily discouraged with a normal to execute confidence. An A personality, if their job is routine, repetitive, day by day, they will get bored. That's why a lot of people with A personality work in hotels when there's 550 in one function, 200 in another function, things moving all the time. Not the same thing. And they want to appear that they are tough. In these situations, but literally may be miserable if their job is routine. How many people like to do the same thing over and over again? Especially baking. A lot of times when you're in a bakery and you have you've got to make that same cake all the time. Or in a restaurant when they have chocolate cake on the menu and that's the only thing that's basically selling because it's an old standard. People love chocolate cake and cheesecake. And you're tired of it because you want to change the recipe and the owner says, no, 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 I want that. Doesn't let you get out of the box. Repetition. An A personality will do whatever it's necessary to prevent themselves from falling into a pattern routine and seeks freedom and independence instead. They will also be very dissatisfied if they believe someone is trying to take advantage of them to hold them back. In other words, pissed off. An A personality may not be very good at recognizing coworkers' feelings and needs. Get the job done. That's all he's talking about. Got to have that personality that you can talk to. Balance it out. Be fair. That's what you've got to be, a fair boss to understand the understanding of what a restaurant needs. A personality may not be very good at recognizing co-workers' feelings and needs, not because they don't care, but they're focused on achieving their goals. Great statement. If you're looking for somebody who works under pressure and seems to excel in high stress situation, an A personality is probably what you're looking for. Hotels, catering, because there's some people that can't handle that. They start crying on the first day. They're out. Can't cry when you've got 500 and you've only got an hour and a half to feed 500 people. Get what I'm saying? Everybody understand that? B personality is very outgoing, energetic, fast-paced individual who likes to be around people, enjoys being in the center of attention. I don't care what they say. All of us who is in the food business love center of attention. We love people to notice us. How true is that?
So true.
Very true.
To be, come get my food. Right? See what I cooked today. Doesn't make any difference. The shoulders go back, that plate comes out. I cooked it. And that smile comes on your face because you go, yes. Is that true?
That's true.
That's what the world is all about. So people enjoy the center of attention. They're good relationship builders with most people like them right away. Wow. Communication, one-on-one. Don't beat the person up. Motivate them. But you have a job to get done. Sometimes it's tough decisions, isn't it? You might like the person and he doesn't know what to do. And you have to say, wait a minute, I've got to look at it as a business aspect of it. Be a mentor, but also direct. So people enjoy the center of attention and they're good relationship builders, and most people like them right away. The driving needs for approval. Their driving needs to be for approval. So they try to like everyone, hope everyone will return and reciprocate and like them too. Sometimes you can't, in a business world, expect that. Yeah, you want people to like you, but you've got a job to do. That's the tough part of it. The reality of life and how you excel. Their driving needs for approval. They try to make everybody like them. Compliments. They will return reciprocate and like them. Compliments, acknowledgement of achievements, words of appreciation, and even applause from groups will be the most important thing they can do. Type B personality loves to talk about themselves, and many view them as self-centered. But their real motivation is to be liked. How many of us have that trait? We're human beings, guys. We like people to like us. How true is that? Very true. Oh, Loretta, you want people to like you.
I do, but I don't think it's the most important thing.
Well, but you're older to get that.
Yes.
Do you understand?
I do understand.
It comes with age. Got it?
Yes.
You know, now at this point, I say, do the job and get it done. At one time, I would say, you know what, is it possible that you could get that job done on time? Do you get what I'm saying? Because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And the real motivation is to be liked. The extreme example is when a character played by Bette Midler in the movie Beaches, when she invited an old friend to come see her lavish apartment, and they told her friend about her own success. When she said to the friend, enough about me, let's talk about you. So what do you think? There's some people that talk about themselves all the time, of what they've done. You got to praise other people to motivate them to do it.
Yes.
And I'm not saying, in other words, kiss ass. Do you know what I'm saying? None of you smiled at that one. The biggest fear in being humiliated in public, since it might make some people disapprove of them. And the thought would be devastating. The B personality doesn't appear unattractive or unsuccessful either. So they'll make sure the appearance is impeccable and will always give you impression of being very successful in whatever they do, whether they are or whether they are not. A B personality, some of the strengths that you count on for a B personality: enthusiasm towards others, outgoing behavior, friendliness towards others, and the ability to persuade people even at the most structural of people. They tend to be dreamers and often turn to those dreams in very practical ideas. The next page, that one right there. B personalities are normal, spontaneous, and use their quick wit and humor to make people like them. They aren't too good about hiding their feelings either. But if they are hurt or disappointed. A B personality, some of the natural weaknesses associated with a B personalities include being impatient, having a relatively short attention span, not being able to detail-oriented in business, Personalities may tend to socialize at work and not spend as much time doing their work because they strive for social interaction. Although the natural tendency may be learned to control themselves and keep their social nature in perspective. Wow. Type C personality. A C personality is very vital. Personality is very detailed oriented. Individually likes to be involved in things that are controlled and stable. They're interested in accuracy, rationality, and logic. People who can't seem to control their emotions will bother them because they believe being emotional makes objectivity difficult and perhaps impossible. They will also dislike being around people who are full of hype, since they desire facts, accuracy, and logic. Other people's emotions may not be a priority for them, and they tend to strive on the facts and let the chips fall where they may. Type C personality tends to be quite controlling, both of themselves and others. They don't like things to get out of hand and may not appear very excessive at times, but they don't really want themselves to display a lot of emotion. Straightforwardness. No feelings in their face. Some people can talk and you know exactly where they are. Their very outcome is driven and will be sticklers for following procedure and protocol in getting the job done. They're careful, resourceful, and above all, excellent thinkers. I like that statement, thinkers. That's what I want you to be, a thinker. Think of where you want to be and where you are. Marcel, are you there? Got to answer me. Otherwise, we're going to cut you out. Victoria, are you there? Okay. Chef Cliff.
Yes.
There you are, Victoria. Are you okay?
Yes.
Are you awake? You sleeping?
No, I was just being quiet because I'm still in the room with my little sister.
Okay. They are very outcome driven and stricken to following procedures and protocol, getting the job done. They're careful, resourceful, and above all, excellent thinkers. And look at the aspects of issues before taking a stand. Once they take a stand on an issue, they will have the facts to back up. So anyone who challenges them better be prepared. Type C personality, they like their jobs to be clearly defined. Are you structured of what you got to do? Knowing the facts, and they will be able to prioritize their tasks and see through the competition. When in decision-making roles, they are cautious, logically, and require many details, the fact of being to make that decision. People who try to sell them, sometimes by trying to get them emotionally involved, usually fail to get them to buy, because C personalities will consider them a hype artist and wonder what. C personality, the more public notes, the C personality would strive for originality, cleverness, uniqueness, and whatever happens to be doing. Because of their detail-oriented, they are meticulously prepared for all the details, so nothing is left anyone to disagree with them. Many accountants and lawyers, for example, are C personality. They're excellent at any job that requires creativity, thinking based on patience, fact, and accuracy. Lawyers, accountants. Type D personality. Personality takes a slower, easier pace towards a job in life and in general. Any of you feeling any of these? Oh, yeah. The job of life in general. They seek security, longevity on a job, and very happy doing repetitive works every day. Day in and day out allows them to become very skilled at what they do. They won't like it, however, if the rules change. They don't like change at all. If the rules change, a lot of them, they're contrary to their desire to minimize change and stick with what they know works. One extreme example is we've all seen and heard our bookkeepers who refuse to use a computer because they can count on the old way and don't want to change. That's us really in personality, get on TV or a monitor to figure out what we're doing, right? Mm-hmm. New adventure, new world. If you had told me a year ago I'd be doing this, I would have told you you're nuts. When I didn't even know how to turn a computer on. How true is that for a lot of you? So true, isn't it? To learn what the world awaits for us. Learning is a great adventure. D will resist change out of concern that even the current ways may be unpleasant and unknown. D personalities, they seek the respect and sincere admirations and accept of others. The D personality is willing to work hard to please the people they work for as long as they feel appreciated. Do you think that's a factor of appreciation? Do you think that's a key word?
Yes.
I would think so, would you? Mm-hmm. Because I think if you appreciate, you will work harder at what you do to get it done. Who work as long as they feel appreciated and receive plenty of resistance, they are needed, thus providing the sense of security that they need. Remember we talked about wages yesterday, the security of jumping from one job to another, the security of a salary versus an hourly, because hourly will change, salary won't change. The security of getting that check every week is the same amount, even though you might be putting in 50 hours a week. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The security, which direction do you want to go? What is a comfort level for you? You might have been out of a job for a year and finally somebody offers you a salary and you've got a guaranteed income coming in every week. Oh my God, that made my day. Then I don't have to worry about not getting an income coming in. Do you live on the edge so you don't care if how much money you make every day, every week? Remember the different personalities of what you do. They work as long as they feel appreciated, receive plenty of assurance, and they're needed, providing the sense of security and they need. They often think that a personality type is crazy for them to take many risks and not showing them how much concern of the security of longevity. Type D personality is usually very organized, and being around a messy environment is disorganization, will bother them. They're also good for playing a very supportive role with others and normally very caring. throughout and compassionate. They are patient, good listeners, and I can't say that word.
Persevere.
Thank you. Thank you, Loretta. You always come to my rescue, girl. Thank you.
You're welcome.
When all others have given up. They especially like working in groups or a team that will be stabilizing force within the group. In your group, who do you usually go to talk to? Anybody have friends that they talk within each other? Anybody? Nobody? Do you all not talk to each other when you're in the kitchen?
No.
Oh, in the kitchen? Yeah, all the time.
Who said that?
Marcus. Yeah.
Did you all work together? Did you all cook in the kitchen together?
It depends on the situation, honestly. And with Fairmont, with an operation being so big, they have a sort of quote unquote adherence to a policy of kitchens made for cooking, where you have just conversation that adheres directly and more or less strictly to the job at hand to sort of tone down the distraction level that is going on. And I thought it was ridiculous because coming from a kitchen that has maybe 5 or 6 people in it at a time, we're kind of all prepping together, maybe 7 or 8 on a busy day. That kind of conversation is really just normal. You can joke around, you have your fun, the work gets done and everything's great. But I thought about it, I stood back for a second and I thought, there's 30 people in this kitchen right now. If we were all having side conversations as constantly as I would expect, it would be ridiculous in here. Nothing would really get done. So I would say, yes, we have our conversations, but it really depends on when it happens, how quickly we can convey that information. Like, we're not going to stop for a conversation about our day, and more or less if Chef is watching or not.
Limited.
Yes, very limited.
Okay, but you as a team, did you all work together in this group of 20? We've got 23 today. On this group, did you all, when you were in the kitchen, are you all together?
Oh, you mean this group? I thought you just meant in general in a group.
No,
do you? Okay.
This group.
This group. Yeah, no. I try to keep conversation as a medium to making sure the work gets done because it's very essential to know what we're all trying to do with one another.
Because you have different teams. You have different teams.
Yeah, we had different teams.
Y'all work together.
Yeah. Okay. Do you go to some of your teammates? Do you go to them for personal? I mean, not personal. I don't mean personal, guys. I mean for knowing what you're going to do on a recipe or how to interpret it.
Absolutely.
Okay. So there are some people that are more leaders than others, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you all been in teams of 4 and 5?
It was about 4, yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's normal what it is. Okay, so where am I here? Especially working with groups and teams that be stabilizing force with a group of team, although they may not be fast as others, but they're accurate and thorough. They will usually keep their feelings to themselves and are reluctant to express themselves. Even more aggressive types seem to be taking advantage of them. They will probably choose to get along to get along. So D means quiet, self-contained, follow directions, meticulous as it comes to working, correct? More with the surrounding, not voicing their opinion too much. D personality. To attract D-type personality, be sure to talk about the company benefits and the long-term growth potential because they like what? Who can say that word? One word that I just talked about. Anybody? Security. Yes, who said that?
Robert.
Robert, security, right? That's what D personality likes, security. Making sure that they are together. And benefits package, a long-term growth potential within the company, have a secure, stable environment, very important with a D personality. Let's talk about personality test. Do you know your personality in order to be a better boss?
Chef, do you want to take a little bit of break so these guys?
Yep, always interrupt me, please, because I'll just keep on going.
It's like almost 7:30. Do y'all want to come back in about 15 minutes?
Great. Thank you.
All right. We'll reconvene in 15.
Okay, thank you.
7:45.
Boy, the time flew by.
Yes, it did.
Hey, Miss Loretta.
There
Hi.
you are.
Good morning.
Hola.
How are
Your
you?
dog.
Tired.
Oh my gosh, Ken. What, the dog kept you up all night?
No, I kept myself up. I couldn't sleep.
Mm. Well, Chef said yesterday, get over it.
Loretta, I like you. Do you hear me?
The words of Chef Pavla, get
Oh.
over it.
Everything get over something that is medically conditioned to you. So,
you know,
if
I'm
I
messing
take
with
some
you,
crack, I
Ken.
probably could.
Yeah, I'm just
Well, you
messing
look
with
pretty comfortable where you're sitting, Kendrick.
That's good. I'm in my bed.
Oh, okay. Sitting up, right? I wish I was in my bed sitting up,
Yeah.
but that's okay, because that's what I'm here for. I love it. Robert, you doing good?
Marcus, are you singing?
Yeah.
Good. You're getting used to that computer?
Yeah, I was just tabbed out, so I had to come back to the Zoom meeting.
Yeah, I know. I understand, honey. Yesterday, I had a problem with the internet. It wouldn't open the computer yesterday, so that started to worry me, you know? And I didn't go to Houston. I decided not to drive to Houston yesterday for a very dear friend of mine that passed away. And I really thought my kids made the decision for me, and my sons, both my sons said, Mom, you know, you're old. And I didn't like the word I heard. And he said, we don't want you to get sick. So I decided, since I'm old, I wouldn't take upon that journey to go to Houston.
Yeah,
But I do have a lot of spunk.
we can tell, Chef.
Can you tell?
Yes, I can't wait to meet you.
Oh, really? I'm waiting to meet you too. So remember, when we finish this, you know what we need to do is, when we finish this class and we go back to school, let's all get together and I'll buy the pizza.
Hey,
Would you like
that's
that?
fine. Yes.
Okay.
Sounds
Because
good.
we all on different schedules. That's the problem. But you know, you'll get to know my personality. I'm very straightforward. I think you already figured that one out.
Right.
Yeah, but and I want the best for you all as individuals and students. You know that too.
Right.
So, and I want you to grow. And that's the key word for me, is to grow and make it better for you, to learn and feel comfortable the way you are going.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to see what different personalities, what they give, don't they? And they offer.
Yeah. I think most people that are seeking to be a chef are strong A's, pretty much. What I've noticed.
Well, they got to have a little bit of everything.
Right.
You know, you've got to have compassion, because I'm going to tell you, you can be nasty. I've worked with some nasty, nasty chefs, and, you know, it really downs a person and breaks them up. And they don't understand that when you break a person, they might not come out of it.
Right.
And so you've got to give the empowerment of giving people something to keep living for, and not be nasty.
I agree.
You know, and people are cruel. And sometimes when they get to that position, they don't think that they're a human being just like the other person is.
Yeah.
You know? But I've had a lot to think about, so going up the ladder to see it, you know?
Right.
Hopefully. Well, I've been at the school for 9 years.
Okay.
And like I say, I teach pastry. So culinary doesn't, You know what I mean? I that's what my forte is. European, basically European cooking. So, and I am Czech, and I'm not talking about myself as I, okay? I just want you to know a little bit about me. And I've been in the hotel business and I love it,
Yeah.
but I like stress. So I like pressure. I work better under pressure to get it done.
Hmm.
Have you worked in a kitchen, Loretta?
Well, I'm prior military. It's been a long time. So I was a cook, but
You like
most-
you like construction.
yes.
Okay,
But I come
constructive.
from a real estate background. I did that for about 20 years. So
Wow.
yeah,
And so has this been your passion all the time?
absolutely. It's always been my passion.
What did you do in the military?
I was a cook.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
So did you like it there, or did they give you a chance to learn something, or did they send you to school, or did they do what?
Well, I was pretty well-rounded. It's been so long ago. You know, I was young and really didn't take it serious. But I did like being a cook. My dad was a cook in the military, so coming up, he was a chef, and once he
Oh.
got out of the military, so
So you had the bird seed in front of you.
yes, and he was a really good chef. So
Is he alive today?
he's not alive. He passed about 5 years ago. So
But you know what?
what's that?
He'd be so proud of you.
You know, we always talked about me being a chef. So
Yeah.
he knew I loved, my passion was cooking, and he taught me a lot of things. You know, I wouldn't dare tell my mom, but he taught me most of what I knew about cooking. So
Is your mom a good cook?
she is. That's why she wouldn't take it so well.
Competition.
Yeah, she's a really good cook, but my dad was a trained chef. So I
It
learned.
reminds me of yesterday. It was my grandson's birthday, and I went to New Braunfels to see, they had that car driving thing now they're doing everywhere, and honking the horns for his birthday. And my son bought him a cookie cake, one of those from the cookie store or whatever.
Right.
And I made him a cookie cake also. And so I told my son, I said, taste each one and tell me which one you like better, and you better say it's me. And he's the one that's a sommelier.
Right.
He's the buyer for the wine. I did get a couple of bottles out of him, so we would be feeling better today.
Yeah.
But so he's in the process of moving. Oh.
Okay. Is he here? He lives here?
Yeah, he's in New Braunfels. New Braunfels. It's not far. It's near San Antonio.
Okay.
It's on the way to San Antonio. It's right, where the outlet malls are in St. Marcos.
I've never been that way.
Oh my gosh, you need to. Have you been to San Antonio?
No, I've never been. I just got here. I moved here in November of 2019.
Okay, so but you better. Did you read my lips?
I hear
you better put the Riverwalk on your list to go to on a weekend when it opens. Not right now, because nobody's going to be there. The boat's not going to ride, but you need to go there to experience that, and especially during the holidays, because it gives you a perspective of what a great place Texas is, and what a great interpretations of different culture. Yeah. And I just love it there. It is a magical place.
That's actually when the cable guy came in to hook my cable and phone up. That's the place he told me to go first, the Riverwalk in San Antonio. But just hadn't had an opportunity to do that.
Are you working a lot?
I was prior to now.
Where did you work?
Working now. I was just working in TJ Maxx part-time, just because of the school schedule.
Oh, no, I understand.
Yeah.
You're doing the associates program since you're in this thing, yeah, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Well, good. And I first of all, I do want to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
I mean that because my husband's a Vietnam vet.
Okay.
And so I understand that.
Yeah.
Yep. I know.
But that is on my list of places that I want to go is the Riverwalk. So
You need to. Okay.
Thank you for your service, Miss Laura. You do great things for your country.
Yeah. It's really important, isn't it? We all have to come together.
He's a vet too. He's prior military chef.
Who is that?
Kendrick.
Oh, I know. Him and his puppy. Remember you said yesterday he can't live without that puppy.
And he hadn't even had the puppy that long.
Yo, I'm dealing with people out here. I ain't playing no games.
Let me go. I'll show you mine. Oh. What are these?
Hey, stop.
Listen at that.
You trying to bite my toes.
Ken, put him on the video.
If he acting right and don't try to use
Do you want to see mine? Say hi.
Yeah. Oh, look at that is so cute. Is that a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Okay.
And you got one too, Matthew. What's the dog's name?
Bentley.
Bentley.
I didn't hear that.
Bentley.
Bentley. And this is Malinka. Say hi. She's just a small Pomeranian.
Yeah.
I have two of them.
Wow.
So they make our world a better place.
Matt, is that a pool?
Oh, is he trying to get that dog on the bed? I
He's a
can hear
miniature.
him. Oh, hi. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, he's attached to that dog.
Yes.
If he lets him on the bed, he's attached to the dog.
Stop.
See, look at him.
You know what? The dog's not in the military. Don't forget.
Oh, he gonna learn today.
Somebody just lost that.
Ken, stop.
He biting the laptop.
Matt, was that a poodle?
No,
Yeah,
it's
he's
a,
a
oh,
he's
the
a
other one,
miniature
Matt,
poodle.
yeah.
Okay.
He's cute. Kenron, I know he lost his computer. His computer died and do not have a charger available. So he's going to get a charger. That's okay. People messaging me. Did you all get a lot of rain yesterday?
It rained, it thundered, it lightened, and it did everything.
Oh, I know. I know. I drove in it. It was crazy. But there was a lot of trucks around on the road. I couldn't get over how much traffic there was.
They got delivered that TP everybody's hoarding.
Yeah. Yep. But the grocery stores are all full now, so it's a good thing. Roro, you can go get your toilet paper now. Isn't she the one that wanted the toilet paper?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, Chef, we're stacked.
Oh, you're set? Okay. I'm just keeping an eye.
We didn't hoard it, but we got some.
You got some? Good.
The store on South Stastney is full of toilet paper if anybody needs toilet paper.
Who does?
Fiesta on Stastney in South
Oh,
Congress.
yeah. I haven't
I
been
need
in this.
disinfectant stuff. I need wipes and cleaning supplies. That's what I've been looking for.
Ro, go to Fiesta. If you get down south, go to Fiesta on I-35 and East Stastney Lane.
I didn't even, oh, okay. I didn't even know there was a Fiesta down there.
Yeah, right next to the Lowe's.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
What
Yeah,
about,
I'm out for disinfectant wipes.
They've got,
is the dollar store open?
Yes. They have disinfectant spray, but I need the wipes because for Amazon, sometimes they don't provide them, and I need like to wipe down the van and everything.
Yeah.
And then I got
I
the
agree.
gloves, so I wipe as I go.
Yeah, I agree. They said that the boxes keep all that stuff, or was it 2 days? For Amazon, they wiping down the boxes and stuff because of the virus, or the spray can be hold up to 2 days.
I'm not sure if they're wiping down the boxes before we receive them when we load up our van.
Yeah.
I hope
But
they
I'm
are.
sure
But
yeah, bringing them in the house.
yes, they like they have a shutdown area now where they take our temperature and everything to make sure. So we can only go so far into the warehouse. So I'm pretty sure they are.
Wow.
I hope so.
Yeah, well, I'm glad. I'm glad people are paying attention. Well, I'm ready for it to be over, aren't you all?
Yes, I'm ready to just do things. I want to go to a restaurant and just eat.
And they said people that'll go to a restaurant to eat will order 5 things so they can gobble it all down. Have you all been figuring out what your personalities are?
Yeah, I'm type C, like I said before.
You
the one I
are?
can relate to. Yeah.
You type C all the way, Randy.
Yeah.
Figured out which one you are, Chef Cliff?
A little bit of D. I'm kind of a mix. But let me see. I think I'm a little bit all of them. It really kind of depends on the time.
You get sluggish, Chef?
Am I sluggish?
Yeah, you have those days.
Yeah.
Type D personality.
Yeah. But, and then she was talking about the benefits. Well, I just was told someone, I look at the benefits. So that's kind of why I said D or C. All right, Chef, I think it is now 15 minutes is up.
Okay. Let's
Let
take
me
the
scroll
personality
back.
test. Yeah,
Let me go down to this. Am I still sharing?
yep.
Okay,
That's it right there.
there we go.
Let's take the personality test. You should know your own personality in order to be the best boss ever. You should understand that other personalities so you are not impatient. They always say patience is a virtue, right? Read the words and pick up per line that best describes you. I will hold out the key afterwards so we can rally up the totals to see what your personalities and your strong points are. So homework for day 6, guys, is management styles. Really, it kind of really gives you totally different management styles. Understanding the elements of managerial decisions because how they are applied. So we're talking about the takeaways of today. Our takeaways is hiring people that are proficient. Sometimes I would say, yes, you can look at the resume, but then you need to also remember, you need to see the potential of the person individually coming to you. They might not be able to do all of it, but the potential for that person to be awesome is the key word. Wouldn't you say that? Is everybody really given a chance to prove themselves?
Yes.
You know, we've got to, the world is a big place and we all need to learn to pass it on. You get what I'm saying? And in order to give them a chance to make it work, you might say, no, nope, that's a position that he needs to be, and he needs to be strong. Because if we don't train and we don't pass it on, nothing is possible. And Mercedes, if you don't stop smiling, I'm going to smack you. And Randall, the same thing. If you don't stop smiling, I'm going to smack you. And you know what? I got long arms. I can do it. No matter where I am.
I don't know how possible that's going to be, Chef.
Why?
Huh?
You make me smile.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, it is a good thing, isn't it? And then great. Listen, look at Kendricks. He's smiling. He's got a white shirt on today now, too. And he's out of that bed. Isn't that true? So that's what, James, how you doing?
Back to bed.
I'm doing good.
All right. Come on back, you guys. I want to see your faces. So let's go down the list. Let's start off with Robert. I don't know, do you see everybody on the screen?
Yeah.
Let's go down the list and tell me what kind of personality you have. Let's do a takeaway, a little understanding of the personalities. Robert.
Oh, I'm definitely type D.
You're definitely a B.
No, definitely a D.
A D, okay. So what is D?
D is like the like go with the flow kind of personality.
Okay.
I definitely I just try to be a part of the team. I don't try to step on toes or anything. Just try to help everyone.
You don't rustle feathers.
Yeah, no.
Okay. Did you realize that that was an important factor when you're hiring people?
Not really, no.
Victoria, you doing hair? What are you doing? Oh, what have you got? Oh, a teapot. Okay.
Yeah, I'm making coffee. My bad.
Okay, I need one. Could you pour me one?
Oh, sure.
All right, so you're a D. Thank you. James, what are you?
I went with I would say I'm type C, where it's more just like having like well-defined direction and clear-cut what's the word I'm looking for? Like clear-cut expectations.
Do you have room for movement?
Yeah, I'm pretty flexible. Just as long as once movement's asked to be taken, whoever's asking for the movement to be taken has a pretty well defined set of guidelines on what needs to be done.
Okay, thank you. Andre. Good morning. Are you there? Woo! Wake up. All right. Randall, tell me where you are.
Yes. Yeah, I'm a type C. I choose logic over emotion. I got a little wiggle room. I have a lot of empathy, so I'm willing to help people a lot, but I don't like to help people that don't want to help themselves. So I choose, logic over emotion all day.
You see me?
Can y'all hear me?
You burn me once and that's it.
Yep.
You get it?
Yep.
I will give you another chance. It's not a problem for me to give you chances. It's not an issue for me. But you better step it up, because then the reality of life sticks in to what reality is.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody needs to be given a chance, guys. We all screw up, every one of us. But we also need to know where is a punctuation of a period to make sure that you continue. So we have to do that as individuals. I don't care if you're A, B, C, or D. You better get over it to the point that you need to give people a chance. But I do like the way you're thinking, Randall, and I appreciate that. Okay, Mercedes, tell me where you are.
I don't think I fall into any one particular block. I know that I'm a combination of A through C. I like to be, I prefer to be in charge, just because I know that things will get done the way that I want them to be done, which is important because I know my level of expectation. And you can't always expect that people will work to the level that you need. So I prefer to be in charge.
But you have empathy.
To a certain extent. Sometimes people lie. And so that's one of my biggest pet peeves, is that people lie. And that really just gets on my nerves because it's easier to tell the truth. So with that in mind, I will be empathetic the first time. After that, it's really just a matter of paying attention, because people say a lot of things, but I generally pay attention to people's actions, and that will inform me as to who they are.
Good decision. Give them a chance though, please. Ivan.
I would say a little bit of all of them. Maybe, yeah, I would like A through D.
All of them?
I would say I'm pretty much a mix of all of them, maybe leaning a little heavier towards C. But it just depends really on the situation.
Okay. Loretta. I can't hear you.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
Like I said, not to make light of being bipolar, but I'm a combination of them all. I can change into whatever personality that I need to be at any given point. So, but I'm genuine.
Well, that's good. Listen, you have to have a starting place. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
You have to have a starting place to grow. So if you know what your disability is, or the thing that you don't think you have perfected yet, there's a place to grow and learn.
Right.
Kind of an important factor.
One thing that I'm not strong at delegating. I would just prefer to just do it myself, than to just delegate. So that is a weakness of mine. And, I need to have that added into my personality.
So you mean don't zip it. Say it. To be a person, to tell somebody, you might want to do it yourself. Sometimes I have that trait when I cater. Yeah. But when you surround yourself with the people that you trust, then it works. Do you get what I'm saying? Because they know your interpretation of what needs to be put out.
Right. Yeah.
And that's when you have to get to that point to hire the people that you trust to make that delegation good. You get what I'm saying?
I do. I do get what you're saying.
That's what I said. So you've got to surround yourself with positive people that can adhere to your thoughts and you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
All right?
So, yeah, just a mixture of them all. So,
Mixture of them all? Okay, Marcus.
I find myself floating up all of the areas depending on the day. I find that they tend to fight themselves as well when it comes to making decisions and coming to conclusions about things that I'm thinking about, or when it comes to choosing a goal or a way to approach a subject. And it gets really frustrating, actually, because of looking at all of the angles from the different, what were they called again? I'm kind of...
Different angles of different representation of the groups, you mean?
Yeah, of the representation of the groups is when you can see from all of them, and you just it's a mess up there. But I find that I can come from all of them at varying points of a day.
Leadership role is what you like.
It certainly makes things easier because I can do them the way that I know how to do them.
Correct.
And I don't have to argue with them,
You've been around the block
so to speak.
to understand from different angles.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Kendricks. I thought you were sitting up. Thank you. So what are you?
I'm a little bit of all of them, to be honest.
Again, that's a cheap way out.
No, not really, because I can adjust my personality to those around me. Sometimes I could be a bit of an asshole. Sometimes I can be a leader. I feel.
What did you say? Excuse me, I didn't hear the first one.
I'm a bit of an asshole.
Okay, well, I wanted you to phrase that yourself for me to hear it.
Okay, I understand that.
Okay.
So I say I lean more towards A. I'm very independent. I could be a good leader.
But you've been in the service too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, what did you do?
I was front line. I was infantry.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that yesterday.
So it just depends on the type of situation, the environment of people. It just depends on how I'm going to act.
Yep. I'm just reading a book about a person that was on the front line. And it's really psychologically interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You know, do you understand? To be in that leadership form, it's hard.
Oh,
Making decisions that are sometimes not easy, are they?
Oh, no.
Yep. Well, I'm glad you're here. Pet your dog for me. Trenton.
He's been
Good
a boss
morning.
right now. He's up.
Hey, Chef.
Good morning.
Hey.
How was your nap?
What nap? I had to go to the bathroom.
Your nap. And what number are you? A, B, C, or D?
Probably
You didn't-
C.
A C?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Feelings.
Say that again.
Facts over feelings.
Okay. You gonna be here on Monday?
More than likely. I don't see why I wouldn't.
Well, don't say more than likely. You will be here on Monday. Right?
I have work on Tuesday though.
So that doesn't help me. Monday's another day.
And possibly Monday too. I don't know.
Okay. I'm looking at you, Trent.
I know.
I know.
Did it already.
Oh, you already see it. You already know my body language, don't you?
It's burning.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew. Tell me what you think.
I'm a lot of D, but there's some things of D that I'm not.
Okay.
But I tend to let people take advantage of me a lot, and I do anything for anybody really. So that's probably a flaw in a sense, but it's just who I am.
Do you love to cook?
I do.
You've been on the front line a lot? Meaning
No, I've not
cooking.
worked in.
You've
I've
never
never
worked?
worked in a. No.
You've
not in a
never
restaurant.
worked in the kitchen.
No. Not a professional kitchen.
So what made you come to school?
I want to do something that I want to do and that I have a passion for, and I've done a lot for everybody else. So I want to do something for me for once.
Oh my gosh, stop. Stop. Stop right there. You said the key words. What did you do? For who?
Well, I hear a lot of people, and like I've even heard people in our class say, I want to do this for this, or I want to do this because of this person. And I think it's good to do a lot for people. But if you don't do something that you want to do and that you're passionate about, you're going to fail. It's just, I mean, it's what it is. I worked for my family. That's the first job I ever had because I thought that's what I was supposed to do, is go work for my family. They own their own business, guaranteed job, the whole 9 yards. But I said, that's not what I'm going to do. That's what makes y'all happy, is all of our kids and cousins coming to work there. But I said, and my brother works there. All my cousins work there.
What was the job? What was the family job?
They do commercial refrigeration. So I've been in a lot of kitchens doing that, like working on equipment. But I just said, I need to do what I want to do that's going to make me happy and not everybody else. So.
Well, let me tell you, you said the key word from all the people that I've just talked to. What made you happy? And if it makes you happy, it changed your life. And it will change your life. You get it?
Yeah.
And I love you being in the class.
My wife supported me, so we moved out here. That's why we moved so far. I'm here.
That is awesome. I need to give your wife a thumbs up, because that's what it's all about, partnership. You hear me?
Support system.
Yeah,
sure.
It's a support system. And you're doing something for you.
That's
right. The key word. And Trent needs to find that out, but he will. I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you. So you are a D in some aspects, correct? All right.
Correct.
Roro.
I knew you were going to call him.
You thought that I forgot about you.
I was wondering because I'm at the top of the list.
Well, you know why? I'm going by the pictures and the names on the across. And since you haven't been on, your picture's not there. So I'm keeping an eye on you.
I ordered a camera, so it should be here at the end of the month.
Okay. So how you doing this?
On my I have an iPod.
Oh, do you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Tell me where are you now? Oh, right there. Tell me what number are you, what letter are you?
I'm A. I'm a humble A, but
yeah, humble A. Okay.
Yes, because well, according to the definitions, it says the A personality may not be very good at recognizing coworkers' feelings and needs, but you know everybody's always learning. So I don't like to down people because I don't like to feel down if I'm still learning something and I have questions. But yeah, I always want to be in control of like whatever I'm doing, or I want to do it how I want to do it. Like how we have the recipes and everything, I always tweak it and add like different seasonings or anything just to see how, because it's experimenting pretty much. But yes, I'm a workaholic, all of that. Like if I get really bored easily. Like I like to do new things. I like to see new things. And yes, ma'am.
You need a plan.
Yes, I'm working on a plan.
Good.
Yes.
All right.
Have you had Chef Miguel?
No, I'm 6 a.m.
We had him for our culinary foundations, and he got on to us all the time. Salt and pepper only. That's it. He would not let us use no pepper, just salt. He's a stickler for the seasoning.
Chef Miguel and I worked together for 12 years.
He was a really good instructor.
So, you know, we're not far from the tree. You got what I'm saying? At least you made you smile.
Salt and pepper, chef.
You culinary people love that. You culinary people love the salt. I've never seen so many people that just salt their stuff and nothing else. Do you know what I mean? Salt and pepper, that's it. And it drives me freaking crazy.
You go to Chef Miguel.
Huh? Yeah.
Chef Miguel taught us that. Go to him.
Yeah, oh, I know. Victoria. Woo! How are you?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, tell me what you are.
I couldn't find the list, like not find it, but I couldn't view it and look through the slides. But
You can't view it? Your computer can't view it, honey?
no, I couldn't find it. Well, I don't have my computer. My little sister's using it for her classes.
Okay.
So I can't find it on the phone. Like when we had it earlier and when we were talking on videos, I was able, but now I can't anymore.
So is there a possibility, did you sign up for a computer when you signed up?
No.
Okay. Is there anybody else that has a computer nearby so you could get some assistance with that?
Well, I could see if my little sister will lend me hers.
Okay, but can you see me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, could you see what Chef Cliff did and putting it on the portal?
Let me see.
Hey Vicky, it is on the portal. You just got to go to day 5, but just ask Chef Cliff for permission.
Yeah, that one. The problem is there was a couple of PowerPoints that were too big to actually transfer on there, and today was one of those days. So I had to do a link, and I guess I didn't open it up for sharing, but anybody that asked for permission, I kept accepting. So hopefully everybody got permission to view that. And I'm working on a shared section in my Google Drive for y'all as well. And I think also all of the videos are up now on the portal. Has anybody looked at them? Yeah. All right. So they're working. I know yesterday I forgot to start recording early on. So I know that I went a bit, it was maybe about 10 minutes or so behind. But other than that, I've got that going now.
Okay. Well, thank you, Roro. I appreciate it. Victoria, where are you, Pumpkin? Right there.
Oh, I was on my portal. My bad.
Okay. Thank you. But make sure you kind of look back and see what we can do, okay? To help you out, because we need you to understand the foundation of a restaurant, okay? And that's what it is. And when you get your projects, it's going to be a lot more work. The first week is kind of an introduction of a lot of stuff, but then we're going to have spreadsheets and stuff that we're going to have to really work on, okay?
Okay.
Mercedes.
Yes, Chef.
What are you? Did I come to
you asked me already, and
I did.
I'm a combination of A
all
through
of them,
C. Yes.
all of them.
A through C. No, A through C. I don't possess any D qualities.
Okay. I'm trying to go down the list. Loretta.
I've answered already, Chef.
So why am I getting back? Oh, you know what? They keep moving it around. That's what it is. Makes it difficult sometimes. Raina.
I can answer again.
Oh, I got you. I got it written down. See, I'm writing everything down.
Okay.
And I should have figured that out.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Okay. Did I wake you up?
Oh no, I was just no, I'll be right here for a minute.
Okay.
I would say that I'm between A and C because I am detail oriented, but I also like being in control to where I can understand and have a sense of where I'm at. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you worked in a kitchen before?
Yes, multiple times.
Multiple times. What did you do?
Since I've been in Austin, I have worked in the hotel kitchen. And then I've worked at the TLC Austin. What was the other one?
What did you do there?
At which one?
In the one in the kitchen, in the hotel.
In the hotel, it was just like something simple, like we were setting up for the banquet and things, like putting everything on the plates and things like
So
that.
you were doing the banquet stuff.
Yes.
Okay, not kitchen, not cooking.
Like with cooking, it was a TLC job in Austin.
Right.
It was like seafood and like fried. It was a different variety of foods there.
All right. How about Ivan Barnes?
I already answered. I was all
You
of them.
already answered too. See, I got these. Anybody that I didn't get?
You didn't get Nigel, Chef.
Oh, I see. There you are. That's Nigel. Okay, sorry. Nigel, are you around? Can you talk?
I think Nigel's asleep.
He's asleep.
Well, I don't know.
He wrote in the chat.
He did. Yeah, there you go. I just saw it.
All right. So which one
He's
did
a
he
type
say?
C.
Could he?
He's
He
a
said
type
C.
C.
Yep. Anybody else that I miss?
Yeah, me.
Andrew,
Correct.
let's see you.
Hold on. Is it not showing me?
Okay, Andrew, tell me who you are.
Also a type C.
Okay. Have you worked in a hotel?
Restaurants.
Restaurants?
Correct.
Okay. What did you do?
Barbecue and then burgers and stuff like that.
Okay. Are you working right now or you were laid off, honey?
I'm furloughed.
Furloughed? Okay.
Yeah.
Were you in the service? No.
No.
Okay. I see when you use the word furlough,
Yeah, no.
it's
Both
a
my parents-
military word.
Yeah.
It kind of gives you the first impression you were in the service. So who is the one that's missing that I went to talk to her yesterday and I can't, she's not here today. I can't, is that Victoria? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Grains.
I think you're talking about Tia.
Tia.
Yeah, she talked yesterday.
Today, is she?
Delilah just wrote in the chat her mic's screwed up, but she's type C.
Oh, okay. Who is this?
Delilah. Her name-
Delilah.
Oh, yeah.
She says her mic's messed up, but she's type C. Very rational and like to do things according to order.
Okay. When I hear the word Delilah, I love the song Delilah. It's only kidding. Brings back memories for a lot, guys. So really understanding the personality when you hiring somebody, learning the personality of what a kitchen is all about, right? Look at the different personalities that we have in where we work. So the executive chef, being a good leader, has to adjust where we are. Pluses and minuses to get what we got to get done. Because he couldn't bring all the personalities that are friction. Do you get what I'm saying? To make it work. Even though sometimes an A personality might have to adapt with a C or a D. Sometimes that's very tough. But remember what we said, the world and your workplace is a balancing act of what we have to accept. Yes, chef, no, chef. Get over what you think. Got to be acceptable in what you do. Anybody have anything to say? Did you learn something today? You better say yes, because I'll smack you. You're all laughing. Mercedes not. she's not talking to somebody on the phone. That's what it is. Isn't that right, Mercedes?
Yes, Chef, I learned a lot.
No, Chef. That's not the fact at all.
Okay, but I like it. I like it when you smile because you make me happy.
Oh, thank you, Chef.
People that smile make me happy. Isn't that right, Trent?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Makes me happy. He's just walking and hey, Kendricks, are you getting me coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
Do you know majority of the chefs that I know don't drink coffee?
I used to
You know
be
that?
very, very addicted to caffeine growing up as a kid because of my
Yeah.
grandma drinking nothing but coffee. So because of that, I kind of tried to stay away from it.
Majority of the chefs that I know, except at one time I was probably 20 cups a day. And I can't drink coffee that much anymore. I have to go for, I think that's a sign of old age is decaf. So I have to get addicted to that. All right, anybody have anything, Chef? Cliff, what do you think of today?
Today was great. Thank y'all so much. I will, what I'm going to do, I'm going to post up on day 6. I'm going to put all of the, any of the stuff for the project, just some stuff that you want to get started and kind of read over and all of that. And on Monday, at kind of the beginning of the class, I will kind of unveil and we'll kind of talk about the project. And kind of, we're not going to start on the project tomorrow, but we're going to talk about it because I know people are wanting to kind of get an idea and get their brain wrapped around what the project entails. So I will make sure I have that. I'm going to post it in just a second, on week 6, or probably in about an hour from now. I'll post it on day 6 on the portal. And you can kind of look at it. And if there's any problems with any of the stuff that I put on the portal, please let me know. If you're not accessing it or not being able to get it, please let me know because I can try to figure out how to do it. Sometimes there's a lot of with firewalls and certain things that I need to kind of jump through a bunch of hoops with. But other than that, I think y'all did a great job today. Chef, I think you did an amazing job.
Chef,
And students,
I have a quick question. On the portal, on the dashboard, there's something that's due for Monday, April 13th, and it says your
Let
concept
me
should be
look.
completed. What is that?
That's the concept to your restaurant. And a concept is, and I don't think I want you to have that completed on the 13th because we're going to talk about it on the 13th. But what I want is I need you to come up with a concept. What's your restaurant? Do you have a restaurant that you would like to come up with? It could be a brick and mortar, or it could be a food truck. It could be whatever style of restaurant. So a concept is basically what kind of food are you going to do like a snooze, like all breakfast stuff, or are you going to do, a buffet style? So what kind of concept are you going to do? Is it a Hard Rock Cafe kind of concept? Is it a so those are what concepts are. So what is your concept? I don't know. You're going to have to kind of come up with your concept and be able to basically tell me your concept in no more than a couple of sentences. I really want just for a concept. What is your concept going to be? I'm going to do Italian food. I'm going to have, whatever else, an Italian restaurant. That is going to be my concept. Does that
Okay,
make
I
sense?
just want to make sure that it's not actually due on, is it due on Monday?
No, what it was supposed to say, or I don't know, let me look at it, but I was thinking it said that it was, we're going to be discussing it, and maybe I'm looking at it wrong, and I don't see due dates, so that might be something I need to change on the portal itself. So the concept needs to be done by the next week. You need to come up with a concept by the end of next week.
Okay.
You know, and because we're gonna, you know, and maybe your concept might change. And when I taught this last block, someone had a concept and then they were going with it for a little while, and then all of a sudden they were like, you know, it's something too similar to somebody else's in the class. They ditched it and came up with a new one. So I'm okay with you changing your concepts or coming up with whatever you would like. But yeah, between basically on the 6th, or I'm sorry, what's today? Today's the 10th. So basically from the 13th to the 17th, you will have that time. And by the 17th, I want to know exactly what your concept, and we're going to go around the horn basically and ask people what their concept is.
Okay, so do we not have the 17th off? Is that still not an in-service for you guys?
I have no idea. I'm just looking. I have no idea. I will look. Chef, do you know if we have an in-service on the 17th?
Because that's what was given to us when we started our block in January.
Okay,
That's one of our listed holidays.
Then that's fine. I don't know. I'm just looking at my personal calendar, and I'm not looking at the school calendar right now.
Okay.
But I will find out for you on by the next 15 minutes or so, and I can email you if you would like that.
I think with the virus and the school being shut down, I don't know if that would be in a criteria that the school would, but I think if they have a schedule, like they said, a calendar, then it might be possible that they're going to follow through on it. Do you get what I'm saying? Because the year has been projected already from the time off for us teachers and for them. So you had spring break for that week, and we were supposed to be off as instructors. We didn't have the week off. We had to be online with Chicago, with our mothership, as we would say, for Escoffier. And then we did the programming for had to get done. So those are the things that we had to entail. So if it's instructor, maybe we would probably have it off for you students because of the reality of the time frame that we're in. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I think they can't diversify too much from a set schedule of what the time off is. But I think Chef Cliff is looking for it right now.
What day was that scheduled?
Friday.
Okay,
August, April 17th.
Okay, I'm texting. I tried to call Chef Robin, and I'm texting Chef Robin to find out because I have no idea. But I will find out.
I just wanted
for
to
you.
make sure.
Yeah, no, I'll find out right now. And I'll let you know. I'll text you or I'll email. I'll send an email out to everybody and let everybody know in the next little bit.
Oh, we'll know within 5 minutes. But a great question to bring up, Mercedes.
Now, I did have a question. How did some people were having problems with unemployment? Were y'all able to get online, get up early and try that, or did that work? Getting up at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning to get your unemployment taken care of? Everybody good with that? Okay.
I actually have an update on that too, Chef. I had a kitchen meeting yesterday with part of our kitchen staff, and people were having the same issues that Marcus was having.
Yes.
It's kind of cheating, but from what I was told that's been working is act like you're a Hispanic speaker.
Oh, don't go.
And go down that route, and then all the operators speak English there too, and apparently the Spanish operators aren't as busy. And then the other piece of advice that our chef gave us was to physically go up to the offices. There's 2 offices in Austin.
Okay, cool.
There's one across the street from the school, you know that.
Right, yep.
Right across the street from the school. You might have to stand in line and stuff like that over there, but because I'm sure in that vicinity, there's going to be a lot with the students at the college over there. We'll be going to that vicinity, that area to get it done. But an early morning, I know that for a fact that if you call early in the morning, it'll go through very easily than it would not. Did you hear anything back?
No, not yet.
I'm waiting too. I sent out two things, but I think that we can, let me,
And I can, can everybody get those messages that I send out? Like I'll send out a message when I hear from Chef Robin, I'll send out a group message to everybody, letting you know about what's happening on Friday. Cool.
okay, just hold on a second.
Oh,
Hold on a
okay.
second.
Are y'all ready to get back in the room and start cooking, getting back in the kitchen?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Chef,
Yes, I don't know
Ms.
who
Loretta,
said that. Oh, yes.
I just have a question. It has nothing to do with anything pertaining to this class. But what do you think about wooden cutting boards? Do you use wooden cutting boards? I
Well,
can't
let
hear
me,
you.
a couple of questions. Let me, before I answer that, there is school on Friday, for one. There is not an in-service day on Friday. It's going to be moved to May 14th. Okay, it's a Thursday. I think it's the last day of the block, from what I understand. Okay? Don't quote me on May, but they said May 14th, the last day of the block, from what I understand, will be the transfer date for the in-service day for next Friday. So we do have class next Friday. Okay? Everybody get it? Let me see that thumbs up, because I don't want you saying you didn't get it. Andre, I see you. Put that thumb up. I want to see that thumb up so I can see you. Victoria, you get it? All right. Kendricks, did you get it? Thank you. Oh, I know. I know I'm pushing your buttons, but that's okay. It's all right. Trent, you got it? That means you're supposed to be here to work and listen. How about you, Robert? Good? Randall, good? So I appreciate that. Marcus, I understood you got it. Andrew, you got it? So everybody has to show up, guys, and to make sure that we all understand. Roro, did you get it? Don't you smile at me. Say up,
Yes.
thumbs up.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
So we all understand that we are here next Friday. All right. So it'll be a turn to in-service day. And I'll give you the official day for that. The tendency to say May 14th. Is that fair? Okay. And then Chef Cliff will get the spreadsheets out for you guys to get it done, to make sure your restaurant project, think about it. You've got to remember the restaurant project is a big thing. It takes a lot of time. It makes it a book to realize what you're doing. You're looking for the area. You've got to look around to see what other restaurants in that area. What are you trying to sell? Are you going to be next to another bakery right next door, or another restaurant that sells the same thing? So a person comes to that street and has different options to come to you. What is your salesmanship like? What do you want to sell? What do you want to feed people? What do you want people to know about you? That's what the important factor is to make it work. What kind of business do you want to do? You know, do you want to be in the first of the strip mall, or do you want to be the last person coming in so you can see the surrounding places that are around you? What is your rent? What can you afford? How much do you have in your budget? And especially what kind of food you want. If you have 3 Mexican or Italian restaurants in a row, do you want to be there?
Nope.
I don't think so. but you know that you cook the best. Those are the things that you have to pay attention to. Rent, space, all the things around you. Menu, cost it out. We're going to learn about how to cost those recipes out. How much is it per unit, per person? What's your cost? Percentage of cost on the food has a lot to do with everything. To make you profitable. Any restaurant is able to make it profitable if you've thought it through. People love Cajun food. People love barbecue in Texas, depending where you are, what state you are, what you're offering. What are people hungry for? What is happy food? What is your strong points? What's your weak point? You need to know what your strong points are and your weak points are. If you're going to be doing all weak points, girl, or it doesn't matter, you're going to have to find somebody that's a strong point to carry you through. Is that true? To understand it. Your concept might be out of this world and on the top of a ladder. But is it sellable? Soul search yourself. Be honest. The truth is the root of all evil. And that's where I want you to grow and be in to understand. Marcus, you're really enjoying that music.
Every time, Chef.
Are you listening to me?
Absolutely.
Okay. I just want to make sure you're paying attention.
I get to hear them totally for you.
Okay. You know I got eyes on all of you. So I will haunt you wherever you go. Only kidding. Only kidding. Mercedes, you don't have to move that head, girl. And Roro, you can just keep on looking at the picture. It's okay. Kendricks, you're okay. Are you shaking at me too? Do I make you smile?
Kind of, sort of.
A lot, huh?
Yeah.
Probably had never had somebody to pay attention to you that much, huh? Don't you say anything, Loretta.
Shade. Man, she just dropped a whole tree on you, Ken.
It's okay. You know, they say when I pick on people, it's because I like them.
Man.
You got it?
Right.
To pay attention. Isn't that right, Trent?
Yes, ma'am, that's absolutely right. Why she's
least
always
you-
bullying me.
I know him real well from the storeroom because he used to not give me everything I needed.
No, people used to take off your cart and then you'd blame us for it.
But that's not my problem. That's your problem.
It wasn't my fault. I didn't do it.
Okay. So we always have a one-on-one. He knows exactly where I stand.
Pretty much.
Yep. Who comes first for me? The students, right?
Yep.
That's the key word, guys. You're learning. So anything else? Chef, did you find out anything else? Chef Cliff.
He's gone, Chef.
Oh, he's gone?
Chef, your mic isn't working. No, I can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Yeah. Nope. Can you hear me? Okay. Anybody else have anything to say? Yeah, he's working at it. I can hear him. Anybody else have anything to say?
Just a reminder, there's 2 knowledge checks for this week that's due at noon today.
All right. That was you, James?
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes,
right, thank you. Thanks for making sure I'm aware.
Can you hear me now?
Who said that?
Jeff, we can hear you.
All right, cool. I don't know why my mic crapped out on me. But
Do
cool.
you have anything to add or anything to say, Chef?
No, y'all did a great job. I think we did and I hope y'all have a wonderful weekend.
Well, we'll be ready for management styles. Wow. You know, we're trying to really get in advance to the point that your restaurant, you want to find out what kind of management are you going to take care of to open that restaurant. Remember that video that we saw? What was his management style?
Laissez-faire.
Yeah. So do you understand the importance of what we saw? Really different, huh? Laid back, lying on the couch, or I don't mean lying on the couch, but laid back to the point that comme ci, comme ça. You all know that? That's an old version of saying it goes with the flow. Or are you regimented of what you want your shop or your restaurant to be? How important is that? I can't see you, Kendricks.
What did you say, Chef? I'm in the kitchen. There's a lot doing.
Oh, you have a lot going on, but you have a lot going on in this classroom too for another 5 minutes. Okay. James, what are you laughing at?
You make me smile, Chef.
Will I make you smile? I hope so. But you know, I love it. I love being here and I love seeing your smiley faces every day, guys. 21 here. I don't know where the other 8 are. If I knew, I'd be there. They'd see my face. They'd jump real fast on that monitor, wouldn't they?
You're haunting them.
Yeah, I'm going to haunt them. But I love it. And listen, guys, really appreciate Chef Cliff. Thank you for the week. I love teaching, and so does Chef Cliff. But we want to make sure that you all understand where you are. If you have any questions, please let us know. We're here to help. Andre, did you sleep or did you just wake up? I can see you.
I was up the whole time.
Were you? Okay, but in between naps?
No, I was just, just listening,
Okay.
It was very good class.
So you're the one that I didn't ask what you were. What number are you?
What you mean?
What letter?
What letter?
Your personality. She called on you.
Oh, I'm just.
But but listen, guys, he was listening. He was listening. Remember, he was listening. God bless us all. Do you hear me? I got it. I got you already. Look at you. You're already out of bed. It's okay. It's okay, Andre. See, Kendricks, you're not the only one I tease. So tell me, Andre, what you think.
I think what's the best interest of the class. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an extrovert. So
So tell me what number you were. So you were listening. So tell me what you were. I want to know.
I mean, somebody can chat me real quick and help me out.
Want to know. Yeah, tell me what you were.
I was a number 3.
Oh, what?
No, Dre.
No.
Here, A through D.
Type A positive. You feel me?
What?
Dre.
What's up?
C, and D.
You're a B.
Oh, I said I was A.
Oh, I'm sure you were an A. Positive.
Leave me alone.
What about a D?
No, it wasn't. You ain't even say that. You know what I'm saying? You said A, B, or C. So I'm an A.
So you think it's A is for the A game?
Leave me alone.
You like that one? Did you like that one, James?
Please. I'm done.
I got you. I got you, Andre. Don't worry.
All right, that's a bet. I appreciate it.
I'm watching you. All right. So listen, guys, I really, Andrew, I can't see you. Thank you. Thanks for coming back to life. I love all of you to be here this week, and I really appreciate all the effort. It's a big challenge, a big difference in what we usually do. It's a big, whose radio is on? Thank you. It's a big difference of how we try to learn about ourselves, right? And how we want to run a business, and how we want to learn the foundations of where we want to go and what we want to do. It's really an important factor about a lot of stuff. It's good to be funny, Mercedes. I can see you smiling again. You and Kendricks must be texting, so you're both smiling. Got it. And Andre, I don't know where he is, probably on the porch, somebody out of the bed. Listen. Okay. Again, thank you for a great week. I want to thank Chef Cliff, and I want to make sure I thank all of you. So listen, be safe this weekend. This is nothing to fool around with. This, guys, we're talking about a virus that is very serious, and I don't want you to get sick, and I don't want the people around you to be sick. So think about where you are and what you do, and make it happy. Have good thoughts, and you know what? We're all going to get over it. Remember my phrase, get over it, to the point that we can continue being what we were before and better. And that's what it's all about. So really, Chef Cliff and all of you, have a great weekend. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Monday at what time?
6 a.m.
6 o'clock. That's the time I want you to see you, at 6 a.m., maybe 5 minutes off. And I want all of you to be here to make sure that you're with us, okay? Oh, Andre, you got your thumb up and you're doing all right.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.
Great weekend. God
Be
bless.
safe.
Thank you. Be safe.
You also.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Chef, I have a question.
Okay.
Just about cutting boards. What do you think about using wooden cutting
I'm
boards?
so sorry I didn't answer that question.
No.
You're right.
It was totally off the subject. I was just gonna wait.
Okay. No. I understand, but I want to make sure you got that we were here next Friday. That's the message I got.
Right.
The cutting boards, I love cutting boards, the wood ones, but you really have to take a proportion of, what I usually do with a wood cutting board is cut the meat on one side and the vegetables on the other by turning it over.
Yeah.
So you know what side is the meat side and what side is the wood of the vegetable side.
Yeah.
So that would be the only way that I would use a wood cutting board, is to define which side you're on cutting what.
Yeah. I just
You know
have
what
a
I mean?
concern.
And then then you've got to sanitize it, make sure that the meat side is really taken care of real well.
Yeah, that's my
And
concern.
Yeah, that would be my concern also.
Okay.
But using one side for meat and one side for vegetables would be another great way of interpreting that cutting board.
Yeah.
Because you can really buy nice butcher blocks
That's
that are beautiful. I love them myself because I love them for a cheese display or whatever. But for cutting boards, it's at this point, if you had asked me maybe a month ago, it wouldn't be a problem so much as it is a concern now with cross-contamination too. It has a big factor in it.
Yeah, like I said, I was just concerned about the sanitation of a cutting.
No, but I think you can't put all of it in the water because the wood soaks up that water, and then what happens? So wiping down would be a thing that you'd have to really think about.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thanks for asking the question. Have a great weekend.
You too.
I will.
Bye.
Bye. Matthew,
I
did
got
you
a
have-
question.
Sure.
Yeah, I got a question. I'm one of the lucky ones that's got to, pay to school. I don't, I wasn't in the service or anything. Who do I go to since the school's closed? I can't go in the office and make a payment.
Oh, you know what? I'll get back with you. If you stay on there for a minute, I'll get back to you right now. Because Mary, I'm sure, let me tell you, let me call her. I'll do it right now, so hang on, okay?
Okay.
And you want to know I think she should answer me right away. I just texted Mary Reed, the one that you pay the bill to. You know, the
Okay.
lady from that front office. She and
Yeah.
I just talked to her yesterday, and she's going to probably answer me right back. If not, you are Matthew, right?
Yeah.
And I will, and your last name is Slusher?
Correct.
Okay. And I will, if you don't hear from me, if we don't hear from her within 2 minutes, then I will text you the answer to that.
Yes, due to like the 15th. I just don't want to wait till the last day and try to figure it
Okay.
out.
Well, that's wonderful. I hope your parents are helping you.
Oh no, just me and my wife.
What, does your wife work?
Oh yeah.
What does she do? Don't you, listen, when you talk about your wife and you smile, you made my day.
She's a fashion blogger. She does like social media.
Really?
Yeah.
Does she love it?
Oh yeah, that's what she went to school for, was fashion.
Oh, so wait, what school did she go to?
She went to UNCG in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.